this video, I'm going to show you how to create quizzes or assessments within your courses in TekMatix. So I'm going to start off by going to my sites and courses, and I'm going to go to membership and courses and go to my products. Now I'm going to dive into whatever product I want to create my quiz in. So I'm going to dive into this one. This one's just kind of a tutorial one that I've been playing around with. So I'm just going to click on this one. And you see that I have a quiz right here that right now is set into draft mode. But let's create another quiz in here. To be able to add in your quizzes, and if for some reason this feature isn't available, check in your settings and labs and make sure you've included that. But it should be live by the time this video is going out. So whenever you have your category, if you want to create a quiz in this category, you're just going to click on the plus sign right here. And you can see that it says add lesson, add subcategory, and add assessment. So I'm going to click add assessment. And in here, I'm going to enter my title for my assessment. So I'm going to call this Module 1 Quiz. And I can click save. So I can go into Module 1 Quiz. And you can see that you have your title right here. And you have this option to say the quiz requires a passing grade. So what this means is that if the quiz requires a passing grade, it means that your questions are not, the explanations are not going to be shown to students so that you're not showing them the right answer and then they're going back in and already know the right answer to your questions. So you can say like you have to get a 90%. And then you're going to have two options. You're going to have what do you show them when they have a pass or what do you show them when they have a fail? So I'm going to uncheck this. That's going to go away. And basically, as long as someone goes through the quiz, they will end up with a pass confirmation. So in here, you can put congratulations on passing your quiz. And you can even put in a link if you want to say, now that you've done this, go to the next module or something like that, or an image. So if we have an image, we can upload it. And let's say I'm just going to use my logo, but maybe you have like a cool little trophy image. So you can put it in here. It's just going to bring in that, and you can write an alternative description and title for the image. I'm just going to bring it in, and then I can move it in front of my words. And I'm just going to press enter there. So now it's going to look like that. It's going to be like, thank you for, congratulations. You can have a trophy on it or something fun there. So that's basically how to do it. You can edit all of this. You can make it a heading. You can make it bold, italicized, change the font color, realign it, have bullet points. All of that is completely available to you. So that is the basics of your quiz. Now you want to be able to add in the questions. And so what I really like that TekMatix has done is you can just add in questions really simply here. When you click on your questions, what is really nice is that you have so many options in both how the question is done and in how the choices are done. So each one of these is basically just a text box. It even has where you can add in code as well. So if you wanted to add in like a video, like a YouTube video as an iframe or something like that, as a question or as an answer, you actually can do that, which I think is super cool because a lot of the other quiz softwares I work with don't have all of these types of options. You're really limited to just text, maybe an image. So you can add in your image just like you would have done above. But if I have a question of, let's just say, did you like this module? Obviously, you would be testing them on their actual understanding of the module, but just as a tutorial. And then I can add my choice in here. So option 1 is going to be the module was awesome. And then we can add a choice. It was okay. And option 3 is I hated it. So I'm going to mark it was awesome as the correct answer here. And so what you can see is if I try and select another one as the correct answer, it's going to remove it from this. So now, the way that this question is set up, it is a single choice, which means there's only one right answer. we can also have it be a multiple choice. So now I can select that this is the correct option and that's the correct option, but this one's not correct. So to score correct, you have to get this one right and this one right. And what I also really like about this is you can actually add an explanation in. So I can say my explanation is this course is actually awesome. And so obviously you can write in a really cool explanation. You can include images, links if you're trying to show like one of the things about images is like if you're trying to show the correct posture of something, if you're trying to show code that doesn't really easily show up in these kinds of systems, it's so easy to be able to just put in that image and they can just select the image that's correct and things like that. So that's what we're going to do there. And we can save this. So once we save this, it's going to compress our question one back down. And we can see that it's all still in there. It's just compressed back down. So we can always remove our explanation out. We can add another choice. So this one was a multiple choice question. Let's ask another question. So we'll do a single choice. Which platform is the best to grow on? And then we'll just add in real quick options. We'll do like YouTube. Let's add a choice. Instagram. Add a choice. TikTok. And we'll say the correct option is YouTube. So this is overall good. I just want to show you what this looks like. So let's just throw a random image in here. So I'm just going to throw one of my images for one of my courses in here. Cool, and save. And that's super big, so let's make this smaller. And yeah. And then again, I'm just gonna move that up in front and press enter. And if you want to edit this code in here, you can see this is here. So if I wanted to move this around, I can always copy this if I'm having a hard time doing it there and do that. And that's actually gonna sandwich it. So just so that you can see how that looks. You can see that it's now there and here. So just delete this out, but this is how you can always edit that code in there. All right, so now it's time to preview. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to save. So now that we have this completed, I want to be able to preview it. And if you click here, it will show you a preview of this. So if you click start, you can click all the things. But when you go to submit, it will not hit submit. And this is because you are signed in under your account. It doesn't want to be collecting all of your quiz information of you going in and taking these quizzes under your account. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an incognito tab where I'm signed into my backend account using a different email address that then I will give access to different products. So these are the different products. This is where we built that quiz in. So I'm going to go into that quiz so I can show you what it looks like. Here is what it looks like. So I can click start quiz, and unfortunately it still has these scroll bars here. Not the happiest with it, but you can click multiple things. So in this one, we can see you can click on and off. You can click multiple because this was a multiple question option. Here, you're only going to be able to select one. So when I clicked B, it's going to take off A. So we know the actual answers, but just to show it, not as the actual answers. So we should get only 50% for this question. So I'm going to click submit. And see, now that I am not in my account, it is actually letting me submit. So just to let you know, that is what's going on here. So what happened is I answered one of two questions correctly. Therefore, I scored a 50%. It is showing me that message because there wasn't a minimum passing. So I said passing in here. You don't have to say that. You can just say completing the quiz. So what it's going to say is, did you like this module? Okay, it's telling me my answer is incorrect. The correct options were A and B, and then it's showing me my explanation in here. So if you're going to see both of these occur, and if you don't have an explanation, it's only going to show the answer is incorrect. The correct options are. And then which platform is the best to grow on? It just says the answer is correct. You can then retake the quiz, or you can just click next and it will take you to the next category. That is what it looks like as an actual student, and you can see whenever you come back to it, it's showing you what you did, and then you can always click retake quiz, and I can click the correct answers and click submit, and now it's gonna say I have 100%. And so if I go back and click on it, it's now gonna say 100%. So it's always gonna show them the last score, and you can review it to be able to see those different things, which I think is actually really cool. The only thing I wish they would change is to remove the scroll boxes. But real quick, I just wanna show you, where do you access this information from your students? If you wanna see, are your students passing? Are they failing? What's going on with that? Where do you access that? So I'm going to go out of that profile. I'm gonna go back into my dashboard. And in here, I'm going to go membership and courses to analytics. And so then I can go to assessments, view assessment results, and I can see all the ones that have been taken here. So I can see that there's this publication process, and then there's also the module one quiz we just took. So we can see that I took this on the same date at 50% passing, and I took it at 100% passing. And then you can actually look at, what was I scoring? Was I scoring right or wrong? So we can see that it's showing me the correct answers here, but that they got it incorrect. Here, they got this one correct. So that is overall how to actually bring in an assessment into your course and be able to look at its analytics. If you are still wondering about TekMatix, is it right for you? You can get a 14-day free trial. There's a link in the description below. And if you are going to start your account before the end of 2022, you can actually get their current beta pricing. So it basically gives you the pro version for $100 off a month for the lifetime that you have the account. So if you're thinking this might be right for you and it's before the end of 2020, I really suggest you check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.